Oh, I am the GoFundMe, the
Oh yeah,
fundraising.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. So this is the
Yeah.
first time we're meeting.
Yeah, one on one. Yeah, first time we're meeting one on one.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is wrapping up on Monday.
Yeah. So I just
So
wanted to like go through my entire project and just present my findings to you.
awesome. Go ahead. My brother is just cooking, so if you hear
Okay.
noises, he'll
Yeah,
be
no
coming
worries.
in and out of the kitchen, but I'm paying attention and I'm listening. So,
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so all my information is on the Google Doc itself, but and I did create a PowerPoint presentation which I want to share and use that to present, if that's
okay.
okay. Uh, Let me just 1 second.
Oh, very nice. Nice color combinations.
Thank you. Um, one sec. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
दादा मैं कॉल चाल है अते ओके फर्ती करो पपन को पई करो ते हमारा कॉल चाल है પછી દોમાં કરો. All right, sorry about that.
Family also
Yeah, I got
interruption.
grandparents living with me.
That's okay.
Okay. Um, all right. Well, so this is going to be my strategic marketing plan on the lady instructor and
Mhm.
how we can better utilize the GoFundMe and the social media platforms that the lady instructor has. Yeah, just before I get started, before when I did start the project, I did take a look at the GoFundMe like as I'll go through, but I looked at it again and I really like proud of the how much you've raised even in the last month and you're getting closer to your goal. So I just want to say like congratulations for that.
Thank you. Most of it was my own contributions, actually, and then
Okay.
I've been allotting people's time donated to me. So it's
Okay.
not actually monetary. Most of it, it's like time people have given,
Okay.
which I think is fair because I'm using my
Yeah.
life insurance.
Okay.
People are in really stressful jobs, like the mental ward psychiatrists. They
Yeah.
donated their time to me. Their job is very stressful, and like they look after so many mentally ill people.
Yeah.
Like the whole ward is always full and they don't have any space. And the people in the mental institution sometimes aren't very nice. Like my younger brother,
Okay.
Dr. Shakila called him Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was quite abusive towards her. So it wasn't monetary. It was more of like her donating her time. My mom was yelling in the background.
No worries. No worries. Well,
That's kind of what I did, but some of it was monetary. It was mostly like people who I barely knew, like
oh,
acquaintances. None of my like hardcore friends donated. One that I did talk to, who's like my best friend, didn't even want to give me any money.
damn.
So it's been shocking and also a learning experience. But she has three girls
Okay.
after, so she knows it's going to be expensive for her and her husband. They're
Mhm.
happily married. He
Yeah.
works downtown in the city of Toronto for the finance. He's like a manager. So
Okay.
he makes good money, but he travels a lot and she's at home with the kids. She's also partially blind after giving birth to her
Oh.
last daughter. Yeah. Apparently girls, when you give birth to girls, they really destroy your body. So she had three girls and she also survived cancer when she was in her adolescence. She
Mm.
was using a pencil incorrectly and the
Mhm.
pressure from that created a lump in her thumb. So they had to remove a piece of her hip onto her thumb. So she had to learn
Oh,
how to walk all over again just for replacing a bone in her. So she's been through
mm,
a lot.
I
I
see.
get why she didn't want to like
Yeah.
monetarily donate to me.
Yeah.
She's also going through her own stuff with
Yeah.
postpartum
For sure.
and all these things. She doesn't work. She doesn't have any
Yeah.
income. So she doesn't want
Okay.
to give her
Yeah,
heart.
that's reasonable, I guess.
Yeah. But thank you.
So,
I
yeah.
appreciate the acknowledgement at least.
Yeah.
Like people are donating time.
Yeah. It's still something, right? At the end of the day. So I'm gonna continue with the first 2 weeks, which was more about the research aspect
Mhm.
of the thing. So I first started with the Substack, which is your blog platform, and I found some advantages and disadvantages. So some advantages is the direct monetization. and it's earning revenue through paid subscriptions, ownership, and independence. And you're allowed to post what you feel is comfortable, ease, how easy it is to set up and use, and an engaged community. And subscribers are actively, they can choose to like receive your content, and this over time leads to a higher loyalty base. But some disadvantages are the dependency on the platform and the revenue share that you they do take a small percentage out of. The limited customization, and there's so much competition because there are other writers on the platform as well. And so those are some of the advantages and disadvantages of Substack, right? And then just specifically looking into your blog post and synergy in action and the social tea biscuit, the target audience that I found for the synergy in actions is individuals seeking personal development, community oriented people, and listeners to inspirational content. And I think that your posts are targeting the correct audience in this category. And then the social tea biscuit, I think the target audience would be more of like local residents and former residents of like the Mississauga area, which is what it's based around, along with like local businesses and the community leaders of the area. And I think both of them are doing well, but it's just a platform that isn't very out, like it's not very heard of. So that's why the subscript it's harder to get engagement, and that's why it's better that we use social media platforms to advertise these things, as I'll talk about later. Um, and so the last thing in my research thing that I went through is like how the best way to portray a GoFundMe page. And so there are like different steps that I came across. So you can craft a compelling and detailed story. Like the story has to be detailed so that the reader gets all the information as possible, which you have done very well in my opinion. Secondly, enhancing visual content. I know you put in all the images that you have about your incident onto there. Developing a strategic sharing plan, providing regular updates is all important. And I think that you've done hit all these marks greatly. So, the audience growth strategy that I have come across is these five things, which is leveraging social media, which we'll be doing through Instagram and YouTube, engaging communities, collaborating with media and reaching out to other news outlets and bloggers, email and direct outreach, and like connecting on people on a one-to-one basis by emailing and like reaching out to them, and partnering with big organizations, nonprofits, and charities that do this type of work.
So I did reach out to the news. I actually worked on the news one
Okay.
time. They invited me, and I was just modeling clothing on breakfast television.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I emailed them, but like I got no response. I think like news is so heavy right now. Like they already have so many stories. It's hard to get yourself like into the
Yeah.
news or something. I don't know. I'll have to try again and follow up. I haven't followed up
Okay.
in time, but good points. I like what you've already created here.
Yeah, and then like moving on, I looked at the competitive analysis of similar like newsletters, crowdfunding support efforts, and YouTube channels. So for the newsletters, there's one called Justice at Work by Barrett and Birahani, if that's how I pronounce it. And this focuses on employment law topics, including sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and discrimination. And I think it provides readers with like legal insights and updates on these rights that you maybe use like when you go. I know you're planning to go to the Supreme Court, right? So maybe like reading these stories for other individuals that might have gone through the same things might be beneficial to you. And yeah, that's like another newsletter to look at. Crowdfunding efforts. There's there's something called Time's Up Legal Defense Fund, which is a crowdfunding for legal support against workplace harassment, which you've encountered, and they might be able to provide. So in 20 I think in like one of the past few years, they actually GoFundMe itself raised $22 million just to support this type of work, and so they might. So this is something that you might want to further look into to see how you can benefit from something like this. And then the YouTube channel is the Eye to Eye Workplace Violence and Harassment Prevention, and it's like this channel provides resources for workplace safety, and like it's like a mentor. It's like just giving insights and better updates for workplace harassment prevention and what you steps you can take to like ensure your safety as well. And yeah, that's the competitive analysis of similar newsletters, crowdfunding efforts, and YouTube channels. And so now moving on to how we can grow the YouTube channel and the Instagram account. So starting off with the YouTube channel. So what we can do is constantly be uploading on a regular schedule so that there's regular content being pumped out.
Sorry, someone's calling me. Exit. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Another thing is the SEO optimization is basically writing detailed descriptions so that it matches the users. It's like the way to describe it is like optimizing like your titles and descriptions so that users can get your like videos on their page, which raises awareness and interactions. Promoting through other social media platforms like your Instagram. You can be posting about your YouTube videos whenever you post about them. Engagement, so comments can be replied to in a quick manner, and collaborating with other YouTubers in a way is like some ways that we can continue to work on the YouTube channel so that it can grow in the subscriber counts and viewer counts and get more awareness.
I just checked today and I was shocked because there's 1.2K subscribers all of a
Yeah.
sudden. So it just like boomed. But I noticed some of the comments were, I think, through fake accounts with
Okay.
like, because Howard Pert does that too. He like adds fake accounts and then he bombards me with like bots, like flying monkeys. He did
Oh.
that a few days ago and I went and I deleted all his comments because they were stupid, like
Oh.
kind of like antagonizing comments.
Oh.
And I knew it was him because the tone of the way he was writing it. So,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be totally SEO optimized
Yeah.
yet because I want to deal with this like predator that's still
Okay.
like kind of lingering there.
Yeah.
And it was on one of the students' one-on-one meetings that I uploaded.
Oh.
So I want to protect the students too. I don't want him to be coming after
Yeah.
you guys. So yeah, I deleted it. I reported it to YouTube. So hopefully they'll also handle it. I want to like kind of slowly simmer the YouTube channel, but these
Yeah.
are all really great suggestions.
Yeah. You said you had 1.2K subscribers all of a sudden, and they were mainly bots.
I don't
Maybe
know.
because
Maybe
if
it's
you
him.
yeah, maybe you should see if is there a specific video that got a lot of engagement and something you did in that video
Yeah, there was
particularly?
one where this black girl was doing home improvements. Like that one was most popular most recently, and
Okay.
there was like so many comments on it, but positive comments saying
Okay.
like nice things. And
Yeah.
there was just like one or two that were sounding like it was Howard. I
Okay.
deleted them quickly, so I don't. I think it might be natural growth, but I
Yeah.
also want to be very cautious so that it doesn't kind of percolate into some flying monkey situation where like he
Yeah.
all his people onto my page and starts being like negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And lastly, how we can grow our Instagram account. So defining the niche and focusing on a very particular area. Optimizing your profile, using clear profile pictures and a bio with relevant words, creating high quality content. And I think you can do this through like programs like Ripen and Level Up, where you can have students like create these things for you. And I think that'd be more like efficient. Engaging your audience using hashtags, posting consistently is I think also important because like the way I think social media platforms work is like if you're consistent and then they'll like reels and like posts will be shared to other. It's based on like their software and like just user engagement, and you'll get more engagement that way. I think collaborating with others is another way. Running contests and giveaways. I know we're like raising, so this might not be the greatest idea, but just a idea that you can maybe consider. And analyzing your results and like reviewing how your Instagram is doing over a longer period of time to see what changes you can make is some ways you can grow your Instagram account. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome. That was really nice. I love the color combination. Everything you said, like all the context was also very
Mhm.
critical, and it shows me you did a lot of work here. So I appreciate it. Thank you. I was a bit worried because I didn't see anything being submitted, but I also am not feeling well. I don't know where things are. Maybe I'm blind. I can't find it or something. But and also communication was poor, and
Uh-huh.
certain parts on my end. Like I didn't know where to give you guys direction of where to submit it. This is my first time too, like leading a ripen
Mhm.
of students. So I appreciate your patience and understanding with me. And if anything was confusing or not clear, it's my fault. So I take accountability for that. And I want you to know that for future, like if a manager is not taking accountability, that's their responsibility. Like that's what I
Okay.
was taught at the cooperators. The managers there were pretty good. And they were trained that if an employee is not performing, it's the manager's fault. So that's the same mentality I have towards you guys and any other teams that I've led in the past. So I want you to have at least that experience here with me, that I'm taking accountability in case in the future something happens and they try to pull guns on you or something in the work, verbal guns, not
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know.
No, for sure.
My project management group were younger. They were like 26 or something. And they were shocked to hear that because that manager never took accountability in their like
Yeah.
short term part time employment. So I was like, I need to make sure that like you guys get that experience like with me at least because that's the proper
Yeah.
way to do it.
No, for you, like, I think you made it really easy and everything is clear. Honestly, just even like the doc and just the key deliverables and everything, just I think really just outlined our entire project very clearly. And I think
That's
it
good.
was very easy.
I'm glad to hear that. And then like I've heard from other entrepreneurs that are using this ripen that students aren't submitting anything. And then I look back and I'm like, maybe you didn't give them anywhere to like
Yeah.
place or you didn't give instructions.
Yeah.
And I know this person is like that. So they were blaming the students. So that also was kind of off putting for me.
Yeah, I also have like few friends in other like companies and ripen programs, and they're just like the manager or whoever's take like supervising them is just not giving them anything, or it's just very hard for them to like complete their work because they don't even know what to do.
Or
Mhm.
even expecting more than what you're supposed to be doing on Right Pen. Like Todd Kanik was the first person I spoke to. He's from Fanshawe College in London, Ontario, and he said students are not supposed to execute anything or do any implementation. It's strictly research analysis
Okay.
and data collection. So
Yeah.
he told me that right off the bat, and that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
When I was doing Ripen as like a project manager under like a student category, I was told to implement, execute everything. That I have to create revenue in a month.
That
That's the like pressure I had, and I
mhm.
didn't understand that that's not right. So
Yeah.
I also want to communicate that too for all ripened students. Like you're not supposed to be implementing anything, executing anything. It's just
Yeah.
research and like a report at the end. So I think entrepreneurs also, like you said, take it the wrong way, and then they do weird, shady things. So
Hmm.
I want everyone to know that that's not the proper way to do this program. Did you submit your payment method?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So that was weird because for originally on Ripen I did, but I didn't know they would ask for it again. Like, so that's why I was like
Uh,
confused. So I don't know if it didn't save or anything the first time, but that's why it was like a little confusing. But other than that, everything was good.
They do have like a chat bot you can submit tickets if you notice anything. Like the other day, Catherine
Uh-huh.
notified me that they detected fraud
Oh,
on her account, which was weird because she's not a fraudulent person. Like I
yeah.
know her from the short time and I can see that she's not like that. So
Yeah.
I reported on her behalf, but like weird glitchy things have been happening. Another girl got removed completely. Like I accepted her and then
Oh.
she didn't press start on time, so she got canceled and they told her to leave.
Oh yeah, I think like they have like strict deadlines when it comes to those things, like
Yeah.
submitting your work and stuff.
Okay.
But
But as long as yours is ready
yeah,
and go, it looks like you did your work. I have no complaints. I'll send you feedback. If you need a letter of reference, let me know.
okay.
We didn't communicate much, but like I can see you had
Yeah.
something physically done here, and I appreciate your work. And I always like to help people out, even even on a short basis. Like if you need a letter of reference, like I don't have any issues with that because I think that's
Okay.
very critical in your in employment.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for that.
No problem. And you're allowed to have 3 paid projects. So you can also do a few more if you haven't already for the
Mm,
next cohort.
okay.
You're allowed
Okay.
3. So you can get
Okay.
1,400, 1,400, 1,400.
Okay. Can you do it for the same company? Because I would love to like come
Yeah,
back with like
I
another.
I do. I do accept people back. I have Harry working
Okay.
with me again. He's doing the Bitcoin one. That's why I got confused because
Oh,
he was supposed to be leading you guys, and then now
is
it's
how
him.
do I sign up for the next one? Is it already out? Do you know?
Uh,
I can check
uh,
maybe.
yeah, I don't know if the deadline. I think the deadline's. Let me check the calendar. What did they say here? Because you also have to meet the deadline. How long is your school program?
Sorry?
Are you almost done school? Or are you
No, I still have a whole like year left.
okay? So if you don't make it for this round, you still have next year. Um,
Okay.
Experience ends on April 1st. Project ends on March 31st, but they already started applications for. Honestly, I don't know. You have to check the ripen.
Okay. I'll maybe email
Yeah,
him to see how he did it. Did
email
he? Okay. Did
or ask the ripen chat on the
yeah.
side.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's probably your best bet. They'll tell you directly, and you don't have to search on the platform anywhere. They're really good. They're good customer service.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you very much,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for making this program very easy, and I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take
Take care.
care.
Bye.
Bye.